Thank you, Noah. Well, definitely not a lot of Hawkeye sports this week, Taylor. Kind of a slow week.
It has been a little bit of a slow week. The Hawkeye men's basketball team had the whole week off after that loss to Michigan State, but they will continue and play this weekend against Illinois.
Absolutely. But let's start off with women's basketball. 15-10 on the season. The final 4 games mean everything to the women's basketball team. They're going to make the NCAA tournament this year.
Team suffered a tough loss on Saturday as they were defeated by the Ohio State Buckeyes 88-81 in Columbus. The loss dropped the Hawkeyes to 15-10 on the season. The Hawkeyes like to keep their postseason hopes alive with help from star senior guard Allie Disterhoff and new Big Ten Freshman of the Week Mackenzie Meyer, who has been playing lights out as of late for the Hawkeyes.
I just think the biggest thing for me is gaining confidence, and just getting more experience in games has helped tremendously for me.
I mean, I think we've definitely made some great strides over these past few weeks, and obviously you always want that to translate into a win column, and that's just not going to be the case, especially when you have a young team. But we are getting better each day, and that's good to see. And we have some really big opportunities in front of us. We recognize the importance of each of these games coming up, and we're just working hard to hopefully make some good things happen.
We do completely control our own destiny right now with these last 4 games, and we could finish in the top half of the conference. I mean, that's kind of silly, or the bottom half, I guess. That doesn't make much sense, does it? But I mean, these games differentiate that. We could end up even as high as 4th in this conference, but we obviously have to win all 4.
The team is still trying to adjust to the loss of their starting point guard, Tania Davis. The Hawkeyes will take on the Northwestern Wildcats tonight at 7 o'clock here in Iowa City. Reporting from Carver Hawkeye Arena, Clayton Sampson, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The Hawkeyes will host Northwestern in Carver Hawkeye Arena tonight at 7 p.m. in their annual Pink Out game. Iowa and Northwestern are tied for 6th place in the Big Ten, so a win for either team could have implications in terms of seeding for the Big Ten tournament.
Absolutely. Moving up in the Big Ten standings would be huge for the Hawkeyes' postseason chances this year. They play a tough defense, Northwestern, but they would need to break through offensively and start a run to take control of their own NCAA tournament fate. 3 Iowa baseball players have been named to the Big Ten preseason honors list. Senior Mason McCoy, junior Nick Gallagher, and sophomore Robert Newstrom were the Hawkeyes named.
And the team is also adding a former player to the coaching staff this season. Jacob Sinstead has more.
When it comes to Iowa City, Sean Moore knows it like the back of his hand. He attended Iowa City West and the University of Iowa in 2015. He played for the baseball team and they made it into regionals, and everyone here is excited to see a familiar face.
But it feels great to have Sean back. He's a good young hitting coach. He studies it a lot, and not just a hitting coach, but a good all-around coach and a great guy to have on our staff.
Playing for the team just 2 years ago has not only helped Sean in his ability to coach, but his ability to relate with the players.
Being a young coach, having played back in 2015, and being, basically 2 years out of it, I feel very, closer to a player right now, almost. And I'm helping them try to grow a little bit, but I feel closer to them and having that experience, not being too far removed from actually playing in a game.
Some of Sean's old teammates are still playing for the team, and they're happy to have him back.
I think we definitely still have a great bond. It's a little different because he is a coach and you have to take him with that reverence. He has my respect and you have to treat him like a coach, but at the same time, after practice, he can still be my friend, which is great and definitely unique.
With practice back in full swing, the entire team is optimistic of their chances to make regionals again. Reporting from Banksfield, I'm Jacob Senstead, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The team will travel to Tampa Bay for a 3-game season opening series against South Florida this Friday.
The Iowa Hawkeyes women's gymnastics team has a bright future ahead of them with standout freshman Claire Kaji having a big season. Zachary Lohman has more.
Being an international student and transitioning from Vancouver, Canada to the United States hasn't been easy to do. Claire has had to adapt to the competition and schooling. But head coach Larissa Libby feels like the freshman fits in well and is performing at a high level.
Training is different, everything's different, and so it's just a little bit harder. All the things that she has to transition with tend to be a little more overwhelming. Even the school system, everything's just different. So I think she's handled herself extremely well. She's a completely different athlete than she was when she got here. She's far more confident in what she's capable of doing.
The team aspect of it, just because back home in elite, it was very an individual sport and it was very focused and there was not a lot of cheering. But I came here and it's just so much fun to be able to smile really freely and just have the support of your teammates, and even like the high-fiving after every routine is just really amazing.
Claire isn't the only international athlete on the team. Freshman Charlotte Sullivan has been going through the same process as Claire, and they have helped each other out along the way.
Roommate, Charlotte Sullivan, she's really helped me because she's also international, and she's helped me not just with the transition in gymnastics, but with like international issues, and like having someone to talk to like that is like really nice.
Reporting from outside the gymnastics practice facility, this has been Zachary Lohman with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Claire and the rest of the Gym Hawks hope to continue their great season as they take on George Washington University on February 17th at 6 p.m.
Make sure you tune into our courtside show tomorrow as we preview the men's basketball team's Saturday matchup with the Fighting Illini of Illinois at Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Noah, back to you at the desk.